I'm realising every time I start a video, I start it with so I'm really going to try quite hard not to do that because it's really annoying. It's annoying me. Anyway, see, I nearly did it again. Okay, my pick of the week really are the new Chanel glosses that are just incredible. I'm a bit of a Chanel freak anyway, so maybe there's a little bit of bias there, but I can't help myself. These glosses are just fab, not least because they click, and it's only a little detail, but it's made me very happy. They just seem to be the most lovely, fresh colours. They don't come out until the 1st of October, and they're £26 a pop, so really a big treat. But the two that are my favourites are, this one's called Sensible, and I remember thinking, great, what a sensible name. But that's the one I'm wearing at the moment, and it's just gorgeous, sort of creamy pop of pink, so it gives you lots of colour, but without being sort of super bright. It just lifts the tone of the face, I think. Well, for me anyway, that's my number one favourite colour, followed by Exotique, which is a sort of creamy coral shade, and again that's really good on my particular skin tone. The only one that I've got slight reservations about is, what's it called again? Distinction, which is a bit winey for me. It's a little bit vampy, but who knows? You know, I might give it a go because I actually haven't put it on myself yet because I immediately looked at it and thought, I need to be in the right mood for this, I think, to be brave enough to wear it, because bright colours just always make me sort of get a bit embarrassed, really. I don't know why. It's silly, given that I love colour so much. But anyway, so next up, I want to talk about Origins Ginseng eyeshadows. They're not new, but I've had a reintroduction to them, and they're just as lovely as they ever were. I'm wearing Storm Surge, which is quite a dark shade within the range. It's not necessarily particularly, that's it, in the pot, but they've got lots and lots of light reflection in them, I'm sure you can see. And personally, I feel that they make my eyes look sort of brighter and wider. Not the actual eyeball as such, but the eye area. They just make them look better. And it's it's a sort of enhanced look, I suppose you would say. There are lots and lots of shades in this, but I've variously over the years worn, because they're not new, they're several years old. I've worn all of the shades, and I find that if you don't use them up, they do dry out. So if that's not an incentive, I don't know what is. So they're absolutely lovely, particularly for older skin, and quite awakening, which is always a really good thing, I think. Now, little shout out to Bourjois Cream Blush that picked up an award a little while ago, called from CEW, which is Cosmetic Executive Women, and it's quite a big deal in the industry anyway. It's not necessarily something that general public would automatically know about, but within the industry it's a big deal. We're so lucky with our Bourjois team here in the UK. They're a really, really super team, and I've championed these cream blushes since I first laid eyes on them, and I pretty much use them every day, every other day. They're really constantly in use for me, so I'm thrilled that it's got the recognition it deserves. It's a fabulous product, and yeah, well done Bourjois, great one. Next up, sneaky peek, and don't be cross because it's Christmas, because it is. Now, this is not the box that these dinky little Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks will come in. It's not finalised. This is an early sample, so these don't come out till November. But look, these little rinky-dink lipsticks, and they'll all have a ribbon on them, so you can tie them from your tree. Not sure I would do that, but you never know. Depends how beauty festive I'm feeling, I suppose. But if you have a look, you can see they've all got little stars on the top. So it's just, do you know, I keep noticing whenever I put my hands in it, I look like I've got giant hands. So, but then that's not far enough away. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how the YouTubers do it, to be honest. All these pitfalls. But these are just lovely, and they contain 3 of Charlotte's best-selling ranges. and I can't remember the names of all of them, but there's that which is a pinky nude, this which is much more of a sort of true nude shade, and I think I would go for this shade personally, and then this, which is the wowest red in the whole world. I will swatch it for you right now. I mean, look, that is red, right? It's just such a red. Anyway, so thrilled to see the Charlotte Tilbury range doing so well. I'm all over it, not least because Charlotte's fabulous, but also because everything, the quality's just there. It's just such, you know, and it takes an awful lot for a new brand to come into the UK market, which is already saturated, and do so well. So, you know, and it's doing well because the quality is incredible. Everything does what it says it's going to do, and it's fantastic. You don't need to be a makeup artist to be able to do it either, because I can do it. So there you go. Now, similar to, I can't remember if I've mentioned these before, but similar to the ginseng are the new Bare Minerals 5-in-1 eyeshadows. They're BB eyeshadows, but to be fair, they do have quite a lot of skincare in them, and they all skincare ingredients in them, and they also have an SPF 15. So by BB standards, yes, they actually would fit in to that category. But these are absolutely super because they smooth out your lid, and once again, for older skin, if you find you're getting a lot of sort of crinkling and creasing on the lid, they absolutely do. And when I first used it, I was just going, wow, this is incredible, because it just gives you a very, very smooth base. And it was so smooth that I put a darker colour in my crease, and I haven't done that for a really, really long time, like years. I just haven't really bothered because I think it can make your eyes look a bit smaller. But this had such a good effect that I did go the extra mile on my makeup. So can't recommend highly enough. These just don't budge. They're more like a primer that you would then add some colour to over the top, and just have this as a base shade. Now this is called Divine Wine. I don't think I've ever seen wine that colour, and I'm not sure I'd drink it if I did, but there you go, what's in a name, doesn't matter. It's super, super product, highly recommended from me. What else am I absolutely... Oh, I ought to say, while I'm just talking about older skin, that I've started a new site called The Beauty Plus, and it's for older women, and it's lifestyle, fashion, and of course beauty, but as with BBB, cutting out the bullshit and just looking at things that really work or are more appropriate for more mature skin. I don't like the way that the anti-aging market sort of rules by fear, if you like, and so, you know, the worst thing that can happen to you is you get a crease or a wrinkle, and that's just so not, you know, being sort of 45, 50 plus, it's just another phase of your beauty. It's no less relevant or exciting or important as any other phase of beauty. You know, you're going to go through many, many phases of beauty in your life, and why not just enjoy each one as much as you can without being told that a wrinkle is something to be afraid of, or it's the worst thing that can happen to your skin. It's really not. I quite like my wrinkles. I don't mind them at all, and I'm really happy with my age. So, you know, it's for people like me who genuinely don't mind. You know, it's great. It's really cool. So do check in if you think that sounds like you, basically. Now, I will just finish off with an old, well, it's actually, I'm saying old, it's not that old, but it is a favourite of mine since it first came out. And that's Jo Loves Pomelo. This is just one happy bath. I don't use it as a shower gel. I cannot bear although you could, I just can't bear to watch it disappear down the drain. And I take about 5 minutes in a shower, whereas with a bath, I will be there a lot longer and enjoy it for a lot longer as well. So it's one of those smells that just makes you smile. It's kind of fruity, citrusy, but not as you would know fruity citrus. So it's warm, and it's just happy. It's just happy, and treat yourself. Can't recommend it enough. It's just lovely. Obviously there's a fragrance and a body lotion or whatever. I don't bother with the body lotions, but the bath and the fragrance, just gorgeous. Can't say it enough. So that's it. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and see you next time.